Top 5 Best Markets in Ho Chi Minh City. Ho Chi Minh City is a churning, vibrant cauldron of sights, sounds and delicious smells. From dawn until the small hours of the morning, Saigon's citizens come to markets to shop for delectable sweets and pastries, sumptuous fabrics and fresh produce. On land, underground or floating on the water, Ho Chi Minh City's markets are an unmissable example of Vietnamese daily life, and well worth paying a visit, whether you're shopping for beautiful flowers, freshwater crabs or just taking in the sights. 1. Ben Thanh Market. Ben Thanh Market is among the largest and most historic markets in the country, and one of the oldest surviving structures in Ho Chi Minh City. People have been trading on its grounds since the 17th century. Under French colonial rule, the market building was first constructed and opened under the name Les Halles Centrales. Following a fire in the early 20th century, it was renamed Ben Thanh, which roughly translates to Wharf Citadel. Its famous southern entrance is watched over by a soaring white clock tower that has remained unchanged for over a century. For a city that saw the ravages of colonial rule and a decade-long war, there aren't many better places to get a glimpse of the old Saigon. Inside, its vaulted halls are home to hundreds upon hundreds of stalls, with vendors selling everything from school uniforms and umbrellas to green tea and engine oil. Ben Thanh Market covers an impressive 13,000 square meters in the heart of District 1. The great production that is a day at the market begins at around 4 a.m. when the first traders start to arrive. 2. Cai Bi Floating Market. Southern Vietnam is dominated by the Mekong Delta, a tangled web of tributaries, rivers and swampland that has been central to its people's way of life for millennia. Its floating markets are the primary medium of trade in the area and an illuminating glimpse into the local way of life. The floating market in Cai Bi is the closest of these markets to Ho Chi Minh, and while it's still a 2-hour drive from the center of the city, it's well worth the trip. 3. Binh Tay Market. Located in the heart of Ho Chi Minh City's Chinatown, the Binh Tay Market is one of the largest and oldest of its kind in the city. Established in the 1880s and rebuilt in the 1920s, today, it's home to more than 2,300 stalls selling spices, preserves, baked goods, clothes, shoes, bags, household items, jewelry, silver, gold and so much more. You could come back every day for a week and still find treasure tucked away in the depths of Binh Tay. If you make it to the center, there's even a small park with a shrine in the middle, an oasis of contemplative tranquility in the midst of a whirlwind of haggling merchants and unhappy chickens. At the back of the market, there's a huge food court packed with vendors selling some of the most snackable street food in the city. 4. Russian Market. Along with Thailand, Vietnam is the most popular holiday destination for Russians, with almost 500,000 descending on the country each year. They also make up a significant portion of the nation's immigrant community. Catering to these folks is one of the most interesting shopping institutions in District 1. The Russian market opened in 2000, in response to the growing trade between the countries following the fall of the Soviet Union in the 1990s. Inside this glorious Soviet-style building, you can find some of the most heavily discounted brand-name clothing in all of Vietnam, if you're willing to do a little digging. Goods are piled up everywhere, so be prepared to spend some time sifting through about 1 billion knockoff North Face jackets and pairs of Gucci trainers. 5. Ho Thi Qui Flower Market. Amid the jumbled streets of District 10, there's a little riot of color. The Ho Thi Qui Flower Market is the biggest of its kind in the region, with entire fields of roses in every shade from ruby red to pale white, shockingly yellow chrysanthemums and voluptuous, sweet-scented orchids on display. Most of the flowers are grown either in the Mekong Delta to the south or near the mountain town of Dalat to the north. However, some are imported from Cambodia.